Last time on Legends of Raspia. Convinced that his rival Gadley Bomaley has framed our hero for assault, Feaubear has made his way through the streets of Caltaria to the Bomaley estate, where he intends to find evidence of such. So far, he's only found the Bomaley's Bodrin house assistant and bodyguard, Fum, who is actually a really sweet person, albeit has beard for brains. Feaubear, under the cover of night and the distraction of a miraculously beautiful moon, trespasses the estate by traversing the conveniently latticed wall to Gadley's window. Will he find the evidence he's looking for, or will he botch it like nearly everything else in his life to date? Find out here on Legends of Raspia!
Alrighty, so let's do a perception test as your actions have been spent and you arrive at the sill of the exterior of your rival's window.
Perception, 14.
So it is not locked. This window, it pushes open. It's like a single panel that'll open up. And that's not just because I love doing the squeaky Foley.
All right, so it pushes open from the inside. So I've got to.
Exactly. Yep. You sort of have to pull it out and around, which will be an agility to kind of move your body in such a way. Should you want to use an action? So.
Oh, I certainly do. 17 plus 6 is 23.
Success. You kind of lose your balance for a tick. You're like, but you're able to use the window to kind of pull yourself back in, and you don't make too much noise, so you maintain your hidden status. You have another action as you are standing in the sill looking into Gadley's room. And it's basically, without a perception, I'll tell you, pretty basic room. You've got a single bed over in the far left corner, next to which is a nightstand with a little drawer. On the right side of the wall is mostly a desk, and there's posters and stuff. Gadley's he's a pretty traditional 19-year-old Raspian Caltarian.
Right on. I'll use my last action to get all the way inside then, so I'm not moving in the sill.
That happens. We'll go back and do another world's turn perception test for me. Cool. So you are in Gadley's room, standing just inside the window.
Right on. I'll take a closer look around. And I'm looking for clues, specifically anything that might have been pulled off of that young Hawthorne, or any sort of incriminating evidence of the sort.
Well, let's check out a perception, shall we?
16.
So you're looking around, and you don't see anything, and you don't really know AJ, so you wouldn't be able to identify any of AJ's property or anything. You went to school together. He's your age, but it's like he didn't really. He was a Hawthorne, no offense, but they're a breed of their own, as they will self-describe without asking. I promise. You're not sure evidence-wise, but you do have an inclination. But this inclination times out with something might not be so miraculously good, as you hear the window slam behind you because of a gust of desert wind, probably a breath of the sandstorms passing across the shipping dunes. But you also hear thumping downstairs as voices are confused as to what that thump upstairs may have been.
Okay, I'll be quick. I checked the nightstand.
Alrighty, this will be a perception test.
5.
It has a tier 1 lock on it. Tier 1 means it's going to add 10 to his roll if he tries to pick it.
Right, and I don't even have a lockpick around.
It's a single stand. It's a nightstand that stands just on 4 skinny legs, not 3. Looking at you, monocled narwhal.
Actually, I think those were my 2 actions.
Thank you. Take a bit for your honesty as we go to the world's turn. Perception test.
Another 5.
It'll be a matter of time before the investigating party has arrived to Gadley's bedroom. Matter of time means it'll happen on his next turn.
Okay. You said it was just kind of an average 19 rev old person Caltarian's room.
Yeah, yep.
Does that mean that there are clothes strewn about?
Yes, everywhere.
Could I hide under the bed?
There is definitely room for you under the bed.
Okay. I'm gonna hide under the bed.
Let's go ahead and do an agility roll. You are still hidden. This is just to see how well you can hide.
Yeah, if I can kind of put up a clothes, sort of camouflage myself within the, it's dirty laundry. It's Gadley dirty laundry. Oh,
Gadley's not known for his cleanliness. You spent a lot of time behind the bar with him. Let me know in the comments if you know what that's like. Who's got stinky coworkers? What are their names? Where do they live? So, you are hiding underneath the bed.
Also, if you don't have stinky coworkers, that means you're the stinky coworker.
It's true. I came to that realization the hard way.
Yeah. The things I do to stay hidden. 12 plus 6 is going to be 18.
Very well. You see underneath the bed, there's just enough room for you. So you do an epic little tuck and roll underneath there, and then strew out the garments and whatnot. The smell of Gadley is wrought in the air around you. It's pungent, pheromonal, and unpleasant, I guess. Wasn't a good third. Buried the lead. And you can hear footsteps coming down the hallway to investigate the slam of the window in which you broke into this hall.
Right.
Great. All right.
I'm gonna get stoked.
Cool. Getting stoked is a function in our game that allows him to bank one advantage. If you're curious about more of our games, check out bardfox.com. Perception.
5.
So you hear a knock on the door. Gadley, I thought you're supposed to be at work. Why are you thumping in your room? Gadley! My fingers are like prunes from working at the sponge factory, Gadley. Knock. Your door is locked with a tier 1 lock. Why did you buy this set of tier 1 locks for your stuff? You've got to let me in, Gadley. So, we're going to do a result test to see if he decides whether he's coming through the door or if he's just going to keep going.
9.
You hear a shoulder hit it a little bit as he's pondering, how easy would this be to do? It's a matter of time before he realizes that his big, Bodrin shoulders, think mountain Vikings meets dwarfs. Before his big Bodrin shoulder coming through that thing. Another matter of time. 2 actions. What do you do?
I'm gonna bet that my agility is better than his
That's the classic thief's gamble, isn't it?
Right. All right. Are the clothes still in my hands?
You have access to them. You in each of your hands you have an article of clothing.
All right. I'm gonna stay put.
Very well.
I'm gonna get stoked twice.
Let's go ahead and just cut right to an agility test as he breaks through the door. The Bomaleys, the Bomaleys, they got a lot of bits, they got a lot of mill, a lot of money. So he knows he's gonna get in a little bit of trouble, but it's his job to keep the place safe. I protect the Bomaleys establishment. Also, I make sponges.
So that's gonna be 25 for me.
I don't remember leaving Gadley's pile of clothes over there, but also, I don't really remember what I was doing in here. Alright. Is anyone in here just thumping? Gadley! He says as he turns around and walks out and gently closes the door, not planning on telling anyone what he does.
Well, I certainly don't say anything.
But you have 2 actions, so if you wanted to,
okay.
You could.
I could. I'm going to wait until he's a safe distance away. before I start moving around.
Okay, he used his actions to go his full distance, so you are at least out of his line of sight.
You know what? Let me do one last look around, shall we?
Why shan't we? Go and do a perception test.
A 6.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Oh, don't go there. You. What are you thumping around in here for?
Oh, is this is this not my room?
You said you were just walking around. You lied to me. You lied straight to my beard. I'm twirling it for the audio experience, sir.
Look, I was just walking around, and then I saw something up here. I heard a thump, and I thought, you know what? I better go investigate what that thump was. Did you hear a thump?
Because you are trying to deceive him, it will be an influence test. Go ahead and you also have 5 advantage because it's a pretty good lie.
Gonna need all the advantage I can get. So I have 2 from drinking pothos because I haven't slept yet, and then the 5 you just gave me. So all in all, we're at 13.
I did hear a thump. I was told to come up here and investigate. What did you find out?
You know, I found out that Gadley's clothes are much smellier than I had originally thought.
He's so stinky.
Right. It's...
Doesn't even know it. He thinks that there's no one that's stinky at his job.
Right?
You know what that means?
He's the stinky one.
He's a stinky. What were we talking about?
Well, I think you are just... we're both going to go on our way, having investigated the thump and not found anything conclusive. And you know what? As much as I like Gadley and as close of friends as we are, it's probably just best if you don't tell him that I was here at all. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Influence test. Even though it makes sense, I need to be convinced.
Yeah, of course.
Well, who are you talking to in here, big old boulder dummy? What the walking wool and possums? What are you doing here?
And you see that Badley, Gadley's dadley named Badley, standing in the doorway.
But I'm not stoked that I've got a don't go there in my home.
Can I throw the clothes that are in my hands like at Badley and like make her run for it?
This would be a dexterity test to throw.
Yeah. Four.
Just like knocks this off.
Well, my hand smells like Gadley. Was that an attack from there? Don't go there.
I run.
Okay, so he is standing in the doorway in front of you. Behind you is the window that you came in. To your side is the bed that you were hiding underneath, and also the nightstand.
Yeah, I run to the window.
I'm gonna have to beat my agility test.
18.
So you are to the window, and as you're like trying to like knock it and push it open, that wind slammed it closed super hard. And so though you were able to eventually pop it open and it is ajar, you are grabbed by Gadley Bomaley.
I'm taking you to the sand hazard.
Get your hands off me! Your hands smell like Gadley's clothing.
Now come at brawn test if you're gonna try to resist.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go indeed.
7.
You're lucky I'm not particularly strong.
So you have broken free of this grasp. You have 2 actions. It is likely you see him balling up his fist, and he is of Mosberian descent-ish, not full Moz, he doesn't have a tail, but he's a little bit bigger than you. All of the Bomaleys are a little bit bigger than the Dongodieres. They're two of the older Caltarian families, so it's sort of something that's colloquially known.
I am going to jump out the now ajar window.
Very well. This is going to be an agility test, because if you're going to hop out it, hopping is an inherent. However, hopping through a window onto a terrace to not fall, now that's an agility test.
Yerp. That's going to be a nice even 16.
Success again! You are able to like kind of hop out. Come back here, you! And you grab onto the windowsill to kind of catch yourself again, and it's sort of swinging back and forth.
So, all right, and then I'm gonna drop. It's only 10
Test match.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That will trigger a fall test. Let's go ahead and do an agility.
In this case, it's actually an unnatural 20.
You, as badly Bomaley grabs the window to like slam it to pull you back into his inevitable assault, you drop down and execute a wonderful tuck and roll. You are on your feet. Let's do a perception test as you hear Badly yelling out to the family.
10.
Don't go there! He broke into Gadley's room! He was sniffing his underpants!
So you can hear the voices of...
First of all, they're very distinct, the Bomaleys.
They're all freaking out. Like I said, the family's home. They were enjoying a wonderful moonlit moment. But you have two actions. As you stare down the hill that you snuck up, down upon the horse fence that leads to the rest of Caltaria. People's voices are starting to spread around the block, as the Bomaleys are the second richest people in town. And as we all know, rich people get priority when it comes to law enforcement.
Indeed. All right. Well, I feel that I must nip this in the cactus bud. There, I made it Caltarian.
Take a bit for your goddamn cactus joke. That's my kind of funny.
So I'm gonna go straight to the Hawthorns. You know, I'm a tell him that it was this must have been Gadley. That they hadn't researched it themselves. Anyways, I'll tell them when I get there.
Very well. Let's do an agility to get you there for your first action. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap it all into one action, even though it's technically farther than you're supposed to go.
It's gonna be 18 agility.
I'm very honest in saying I rolled a 19. And so you are, before too long, as you're running down the street, dipping and dodging in the dark alleys, you know how to get to the Hawthorns because it's right next door. So there's only like one alley that you're dipping and dodging down. And it's really more like a gully. It's like between two hills. To call it an alley would be ass.
Yeah. Are there any ferns?
No, there are no ferns. You are out in the desertest of deserts, and Caltaria has been pretty much laid flat but for the buildings. And as you pop up out of this gully, right around the Hawthorns Estates' front gates, you feel a hand around your arm, spins you around. Sand hazards looking at you.
Oh, perfect! Just who I needed to talk to.
We say as we go to a cliffhanger, this will wrap up our episode. Next week, we will be joined by your very favorite Hawthorn, because you don't know the other one, but your very favorite Hawthorn, and another special guest. Thank you so much for tuning in to Legends of Raspia. I am Han Blackheart. This has been Rico Tahi. Rico, would you like to say any closing notes?
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
He gets stuck in character sometimes. Take a bit for good role-playing and a little bit of psychological damage. Check out bardfox.com if you want more of us. You can get music, you can get more episodes, you can get merch, you can get pictures of us if you want. I don't know. Yeah, we love you all. We have been Legends of Raspia. Can this one be the freeze frame? The
Uh,
last one you made me look like a dick.
so this the freeze frame now.
Legends of Raspia is brought to you by Bard Fox. Olor and the game Legends of Raspia is created and produced by Han Blackheart and Rick Tahi. Story, music, and game moderation by Han Blackheart. Video and audio editing by Rick Tahi. Visual art created by Xanthi Blackheart. Check out Bard Fox's Instagram and bardfox.com for our weekly releases of Raspia music, bi-weekly releases of this show, and much more to come. Thanks for listening, and as always, good luck back there on Earth.